I'd be remiss to not ask the question between, this conversation of female as opposed to male leadership, where I guess in my experience, having worked for plenty of females, which I prefer, by the way, um,
Mhm.
they have this fear, and I've talked to so many. They have this fear that when they're direct, they're labeled as a bitch, basically. And if
Mhm.
they're a male, the male is labeled as confident and clear. Have you experienced that, and how can we help female leaders today who are experiencing this?
Well, I think there's presuppositions both directions. I think you
Mhm.
can be intense, direct, and not harsh. I think you can have conviction and to be clear, and to cocoon it. My nickname in the company is the Velvet Hammer, and I look to cocoon uh, my intensity because there's definitely a passionate one inside of me. I consciously look to really, and by the way, I can be very direct and very intense, but I also look to honor. I look to enroll. I look to not just tell somebody what to do, but to also invite, what would you do? Tell me, what am I missing?
Mhm.
And so I think if I, and by the way, this isn't blanketed, but if I personally don't want to be seen as a bitch, I'm aware of how I'm communicating and conveying. That doesn't mean that I'm not direct. That doesn't mean that I don't have a beast inside of me. That doesn't mean that I'm not passionate or have a conviction. But I think how we communicate is a lost art. And I really feel that that's what's decimating about a woman is we have the strength and the conviction, but also the grace, the grit and the grace available. And to choose that dynamic, I think that's what's so unexpected.
Mhm.
To communicate something directly without a charge, to have an intensity without blaming or demonizing. And I think when we are intense, but we're, intensely blaming somebody, intensely making somebody wrong, that's where possibly that interpretation could get muddled.